And hello again, everyone. I'm Chris Lincoln. Welcome to Oklahoma Sportscene on this, our third week of the month of May. Take a look at our guest lineup for you this week, starting with Chad Weiberg, athletic director at Oklahoma State University, talking all things Cowboys sports. Wrap up golf's second major, the PGA Championship. Look ahead to the tournament coming back to Tulsa at Southern Hills with its director of golf, Cary Cozby. NBC Sports' Randy Moss joins us to analyze the second jewel of Third Racing's Triple Crown, 150th Preakness Stakes from Baltimore, Maryland. Tulsa Dwellers host the Springfield Cardinals this week in a 6-game series at One Oak Field. Team's assistant general manager, vice president of marketing, Justin Gorski, as a preview, look at some of the promotion giveaways coming up this weekend. And the Remington Park Quarter Horse and Mixed Meet is coming down the stretch, with the track announcer Dale Day giving us this week's race recap. Time now for our Tulsa World Hot Topics. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander scored 35 points. Jalen Williams added 24. Thunder rolled into the Western Conference Finals, crushing the Denver Nuggets 125-93 in that Game 7 last Sunday. It's Oklahoma City's first trip to the conference finals since 2016. Top-seeded Thunder will host the 6th-seed Minnesota Timberwolves, the best-of-7 Western Conference Championship underway. Oklahoma City went a league-best 16-14 in the regular season, becoming the youngest team ever in NBA history to win at least 60 games. The number 2 Oklahoma softball team belted 4 home runs and posted another run rule 12-1 victory over California Sunday. A crowd of 4,075 at Love Field watched the Sooners put the finishing touches on the Norman Regional title, in which they outscored their 3 opponents 31-3. OU, now 48-7, will host Alabama in the Norman Super Regional Best-of-3 series beginning this Friday, May 23rd, 4 p.m. at Love's Field. Series opener broadcast on ESPN2. Game 2 set for Saturday, May 24th at 2 o'clock. Number 24 Oklahoma State softball team dropped the Fayetteville Regional Finals to number 4 national seed Arkansas, losing Sunday 12-0. Cowgirls finished the season with a 35-20 record. Razorbacks advanced to the NCAA Super Regionals with a 43-12 mark. Oral Roberts baseball team clinched its 21st Summer League championship this past weekend with a sweep of South Dakota State. It's the Golden Eagles' second league title in the last 3 years. Coach Ryan Fulmer's squad finished the regular season winning 8 straight, hitting 18 home runs in those games, wrapping up a 21-9 league record, number 1 seed in the Summer League tournament, May 21st to 24th in Omaha, Nebraska. OU started play Wednesday versus South Dakota State. They have a 6-0 record against them this season. Oral Roberts is seeking its record 23rd tournament title. Rob Walton, Oklahoma State's pitching coach and former Oral Roberts head baseball coach, has announced he will retire from coaching after this 2025 season. With the Cowboys, he is 13th as head coach Josh Holliday's top assistant. His pitching staff helped Oklahoma State win 5 Big 12 championships, earning a spot in the NCAA tournament every year, advancing to 3 Super Regionals and returning to the College World Series. Rob was inducted into the Cowboy Baseball Hall of Fame in 2018, recognizing his incredible 20-3 record pitching for the OSU team when they went to the College World Series in each of his 4 seasons from 1983 to 1986. Rob Walton became an assistant coach at Oral Roberts from 1999 to 2003, but named the head coach in 2004. He led the Golden Eagles then to the NCAA tournament each of his 9 seasons, selected the Summer League Coach of the Year 5 times. Tulsa's indoor professional league football team, the Oilers, won its team record 4th straight game with a 36-34 win on Saturday, May 17th at Quad City, top-ranked team in the East. Tulsa improves to 5-2, going to Iowa on Friday to play the 1-6 Barnstormers, where they beat there in Tulsa 62-57 back on May 10th. Oilers' next home game, a week from this Sunday, May 31st, a rematch with Quad City, be 7:05 in the downtown BOK Center. This past Sunday, May 18th, our pro soccer team, FC Tulsa, was in South Carolina to meet the Lexington FC for the first time. It came away with its 5th win of the season, a 2-0 shutout, thanks to goalkeeper Johan Penaranda. In the 41st minute, FC Tulsa was awarded a penalty kick, Taylor Calahera putting it in the net. Final score came 5 minutes into extra time by Lamar Batista. FC Tulsa now 5-1-3, 16 points, and 5th in the USL West. The club now has 10 days off. We're going to San Antonio on May 28th to play San Antonio FC, then return home Saturday, May 31st, to host Birmingham Legion FC at One Oak Field on Greenwood night. Next, a visit with Oklahoma State Athletic Director Chad Weiberg, right after this break on Oklahoma Sports Scene.
It's time to get fired up Tulsa, your Tulsa Oilers indoor football team is back. Friday night, May 30th, 7:05 at the BOK Center. Let's pack the house. Don't miss the action when the Oilers roll over the Quad City Steamwheelers. It's Military Appreciation Night, and the first 1,000 fans get a free t-shirt. This is your chance to experience the lightning-fast, hard-hitting, pad-popping excitement of professional indoor football. Get your tickets now at TulsaOilersFootball.com. That's TulsaOilersFootball.com.
Our story. It lives in Tulsa, where the spirit of the past lives alongside us and urges us on toward a vibrant future. Because our story is still being written. It's the story of Tulsa, told by the journalists who live it and love it. Whether it's covering our rich history, bringing you the hidden gems of the food scene, or following the action in local sports. And here, in the Tulsa world, is where it comes to life.
Pitch, Casey lines it down the left field line. Drillers win!
Baseball, fireworks, food, and family, it's all in Tulsa at One Oak Field. Score your Drillers season membership today with plans and prices fit for every fan. Whether you want to catch every game or select nights, we know you will have a great time at the ballpark. We're proud to offer a variety of membership options, so don't wait. Contact a Drillers rep who will personally help you find the right plan for you. It's all in Drillville for 2025.
The Wee Street Ice Center, the coolest place in town, is the only place you can skate like the pros. With 2 rinks, there's always time to strap on the blades and hit the ice. The Wee Street Ice Center at 43rd and Yale is your family fun destination. Try out the game simulator rooms or hit the arcade. When you get hungry, grab a bite at Puck's Sports Bar and Grill with delicious food, great drink specials, and more. It's Midtown Tulsa's coolest entertainment center. Wee Street Ice Center, the coolest place in town. Come get your skate on.
Joining us now from his office at Oklahoma State University in Stillwater, the athletic director of the Oklahoma State Cowboys, Chad Weiberg. And Chad, I think some great news I heard about. Ticket sales have been really good for football, and it looks like the fans are excited about another season of Cowboy football.
Yes, this off season we sent out our season ticket renewals with some pretty significant price increases across the board. All of that obviously is in response to this new world of revenue sharing that we're going into. Something that we don't look forward to and certainly don't want to do, but it was out of necessity to do it. And our fans have been as great as they always are. They've responded really well to it. And so we're anticipating having great crowds in Boone Pickens Stadium next season also.
Well, let's look back and recap our Oklahoma State athletics for the 24-25 school year. And had more championships for the school. We had followed the wrestling program very carefully there. And of course, the men's golf adding another title, and the women's softball just got to the regionals here. So been a good spring for the Cowboys and Cowgirls.
Yeah, it has been. It's probably not been our best year across the board. We've come off of, I think, 3 or 4 straight years where we've finished at the top of the Learfield Directors Cup in the Big 12 Conference. Probably aren't going to do that this year. We'll still finish in the top half of the Big 12. So there's a lot of schools that would like to be where we are, but not the level that we have been at. Obviously, football didn't have the season that we were anticipating for them. Basketball, had a good year from the standpoint of we won more conference games than we did the year before. Of course, JC took the Cowgirl basketball team to the NCAA tournament. Of course, wrestling had a fantastic year, had 3 wrestlers in the national championship match, and 2 of those wrestlers won the national championship match, obviously capped by Wyatt Hendrickson there in the heavyweight match in a historic upset, something that garnered national attention outside of the sports world even. So, baseball is finishing strong. Softball had another really, really good season, but I think, as Kenny would tell you, not to the level of expectation that he has established there for that program. But again, somewhere that most softball programs would love love to be. The Cowgirl golf team is finishing the stroke play today, so hopefully they're in a position to get into the top 8 and match play tomorrow. And then the men's golf team leaves tomorrow to get ready to compete in the national championship out in San Diego, and they're currently ranked number 2 in the country. Dave Smith and the track program continues to do great things. So yes, it's been a good year across the board, but already setting our sights on next year and doing even better.
Well, your men's golf program, again, just keeps adding championships and the great tradition at Oklahoma State.
Yeah, it's an incredible tradition. 11 national championships, and like I said, currently ranked number 2 in the country, and that's with 3 sophomores and a freshman. And so young team, so looking forward to some really bright times ahead. We just opened the new Karsten golf course. It's a spectacular golf course and will be an amazing place to attract the best golf talent in the world, and then obviously train and develop them to continue to win championships. So Coach Bratton continues to do a great job with that program.
I got to give you a great kudos to Chad for your incredible hire of David Taylor. Boy, what an impact he's made on Oklahoma State wrestling.
Yeah, absolutely. He's done a fantastic job. When we went into that search process, he was a name that continued to come up. Obviously, he was still wrestling himself, getting ready to defend his Olympic gold medal. So wasn't real sure how the timing of that would work out, but it did work out, and we were able to get him here, and was excited about it from the very beginning. But he's exceeded even all of the expectations, not only just in his recruiting and the excitement that he's brought to the program, but also just his development of the players, the coaching and development of the wrestlers. He's done a fantastic job with that as well. So we're excited about the future of that program. That is the most historic program in all of college sports. They've won more national championships in that sport than any school in any other sport has won. So it is that blue blood program, definition of blue blood, and so we want to get back to hanging banners in Gallagher Iba Arena for that program. But there's a big mountain to climb. Penn State has obviously established themselves as the class of the sport right now, but we're on our way to climbing that mountain.
With Chad Weiberg, the athletic director at Oklahoma State University. Chad, I know you've been in the midst of a big fundraising. How's that going for the Cowboys?
It continues to go. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of things that we're needing support with, and the first is this new revenue sharing as we get ready for revenue sharing. Chris, we've always been in the talent acquisition business, right? I mean, that is what we do. It used to happen directly through recruiting and all of those things. Well, now the business of talent acquisition has changed a little bit, or changed significantly, and we're adjusting to what that needs to look like. But that is still the number one thing that we need to do through the revenue sharing and establish ourselves to be able to do that. But having said that, being able to provide that talent places to train and develop is still going to be important. And so we're blessed with great facilities here at OSU, but we still have some things that we need to work on, things that we've not gotten around to yet that are important for our programs. And so we continue to have those conversations with prospects, donors that are willing to look at those things, and we are making progress. It's never as fast as you want it to be, of course, but we are continuing to make progress there. So look forward to hopefully being able to make some announcements in the near future.
Well, Chad, where do we stand now with the latest on NIL, name, image, likeness? What's the latest in all the goings on and all the stuff in the courts and stuff? Where do we stand with that?
Yeah, so that's exactly where we are. We are waiting for the judge to make a final ruling on the House settlement case. There's been some back and forth over the last 3 or 4 weeks about some adjustments that she's asked to, the judge has asked to be made to that settlement. I think we have filed our latest response to that. So we're now the ball is back in her court, so to speak, no pun intended. And so waiting to see, if she feels like that she can sign off on it, and to see what it is finally that she does sign off on. And once she does, we'll be prepared to implement that settlement. We are, as a part of the Big 12 Conference, we are a party to that settlement. We have to comply with it, regardless of whether we want to or not. And so we'll be prepared, and we have been planning for the last, over a year, to implement this settlement. So that's where we are. We're just kind of waiting on what is the final ruling by her, and what are the final pieces that she wants to put in place.
Finally here, Chad, it won't be long, quicker than we think. It'll be Oklahoma State football time, kicking off August 28th, Thursday night against UT Martin. And what is this? Mike Gundy's 20th season? Incredible.
Yep. Incredible. Yep. And it's pretty remarkable, all the changes that have been made with that program. Coach Gundy has completely revamped the program, obviously brought in an entirely new staff. We've brought in a lot of new players through the transfer portal. So really excited about what that's going to look like. There'll be a lot of work to do over the summer to bring the team together. Obviously, that's part of it. When you're bringing in that many new pieces, you've got to get them working together as a team. But I've got full confidence in the coaching staff and Rob Glass and his staff that they'll be able to do that. Obviously, they've got 20 years of pretty good history of being able to do that. And so I don't think that will change at all. So yeah, really excited about the season. We do start at home against UT Martin, and then have an early, really big test. We go up to Eugene to play the Ducks, University of Oregon. So that will be a great early season test for us.
What will the fans notice anything different at Boone Pickens Stadium? They've been doing a lot of work there as well.
Yes, the main thing that I think they will notice is we have added field level suites to the east end zone of Boone Pickens Stadium, and we introduced that earlier this spring, and I'm happy to announce that those have already sold out. So it'll be a unique offering, something that we've never had before. It's a completely different perspective of the game, to be down on field level and watching it from that level. And I think that's what's resonated with the people who have purchased those suites, is they want to have that kind of unique experience. And so we'll continue to look for those kinds of opportunities. It's obviously, we've got to continue to be creative and generating new revenue streams. And so we'll be sending out a survey to our fans in the next week or so, that asks them about some new opportunities that we're looking at. We want to get their feedback, what their level of interest would be, what they would be willing to invest to be part of those areas. And then based on those results, we'll determine where we want to move forward with putting in new premium opportunities in Boone Pickens Stadium, as we continue to try to generate additional revenue streams.
And that Turnpike Series continues as Tulsa makes a trip over to Stillwater to play the Cowboys on September 20th.
That's right. Yep. We're into year 2 of an 8-year series with the University of Tulsa. So look forward to continuing that and having them here in Stillwater as well before we start Big 12 play.
And what about Chad Weiberg? Do you get a break this summer at all, Chad, before we hit fall schedule again?
We'll try to work some things in here and there, but not much of any of my daughter is actually graduating from high school this week, and then getting her ready for college. And so we've got some additional things over the summer like that going on as well. But looking forward to getting ready for the fall.
Again, Chad, thanks for taking the time to join us as always, and go Pokes. Looking forward to the season.
Thanks for having me.
The PGA Golf Championship is coming back to Tulsa. We'll talk to Southern Hills Director of Golf, Cary Cozby, next.
The Wee Street Ice Center, the coolest place in town, is the only place you can skate like the pros. With 2 rinks, there's always time to strap on the blades and hit the ice. The Wee Street Ice Center at 43rd and Yale is your family fun destination. Try out the game simulator rooms or hit the arcade. When you get hungry, grab a bite at Puck's Sports Bar and Grill with delicious food, great drink specials, and more. It's Midtown Tulsa's coolest entertainment center. Wee Street Ice Center, the coolest place in town. Come get your skate on.
Founded in 1960, Ed Bashira's Formal Wear and Fine Clothing has been dressing gentlemen for over half a century. We are family-owned and operated, offering premium brand tuxedos and accessories at our Tulsa store on South Harvard. Bashira's also does made-to-measure suits, sports coats, dress shirts, and slacks, and a top line of sportswear. We do tailoring on-site to assure the perfect fit so you will look your very best for that special occasion. Ed Bashira's Formal Wear and Fine Clothing, an Oklahoma tradition.
The Oklahoma Sports Hall of Fame, home of the Paycom Jim Thorpe Award, is a treasure trove of memorabilia honoring Oklahoma sports legends. For museum hours or to schedule a tour, go to oklahomasportshalloffame.org.
It's time to get fired up, Tulsa. Your Tulsa Oilers indoor football team is back. Friday night, May 30th, 7:05 at the BOK Center. Let's pack the house. Don't miss the action when the Oilers roll over the Quad City Steamwheelers. It's Military Appreciation Night, and the first 1,000 fans get a free t-shirt. This is your chance to experience the lightning-fast, hard-hitting, pap-popping excitement of professional indoor football. Get your tickets now at TulsaOilersFootball.com. That's TulsaOilersFootball.com.
They just completed the 109th PGA Championship. Scottie Scheffler winning that to add to his 3rd major. And joining me now is Cary Cozby. He's the director of golf at Southern Hills Country Club. He knows something about the PGA as one of their
That's right.
PGA members. Cary, good to see you again, my friend.
Good seeing you. Always good to see you, Chris.
Let's talk about that 109th PGA and Scottie Scheffler. Well, he is some kind of golfer, isn't he?
He is something else. And I just knowing that if you watch any of the first round, maybe even a little bit of the second round, but the first round, he certainly didn't have his A game. And the 2 guys he's playing with, all 3 of them kind of came out a little flat, or a little just not, maybe too amped up is probably what they were. And for him to get in the house under par, where he didn't just get totally outraced and behind the 8 ball, gave him the opportunity. Then all of a sudden he caught lightning on the 3rd day, and he's just a world class, obviously the best player in the game, and now a 3-time major winner and 15 plus. He's starting to get in that rare air. But I think little things like watching how he handled the poor play on the front 9 to settle himself down and then distance himself on the back 9 was really a great testament, kind of Tiger-esque, so to speak.
Yeah, he opened that final round with a 5-shot lead. It was gone by the time the turn hit. Then he goes on and wins it by 5 shots. That was 11 on 273. His 15th victory, just his 6th year on the PGA Tour. He's 28 years old or something like that?
Yeah.
He now, as I said, he's the 3rd fastest player to go from 1 to 15 tour wins by only Tiger Woods and Jack Nicklaus. Pretty good company. Said his 8-shot victory at the Byron Nelson the week before. Then gets his major by 5. So the first time, again, Tiger Woods, 2000, the players won consecutive PGA Tour events by 5 shots or more. So, and again, put this other incredible stats here. Scottie Scheffler became the 4th player to win multiple majors by 4 shots or more at the age of 30. That goes before 30. That goes to Jack Nicklaus, Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy, and now Scottie Scheffler. Wow.
Yep. Again, good company.
Not bad, huh? Well, what's so special about his game? He just seems so under control.
Well, just kind of watch him. Obviously, he's got a pretty unique looking golf swing with his footwork. But if you he's what we call just a complete flusher. I mean, he hits the ball solid, hits it in the middle of the face all the time. He's not the longest guy, even though he's a big guy. Rory hits it by in pretty good ways. Some other guys, but he hits it obviously plenty long. He like I said, he hits every iron shot great. He pitches and chips the ball extremely well. No surprise, growing up in North Texas, and putting when he first got out there his putting stroke was beautiful. Now I'm not sure what happened, but he's gone to a claw. He's got a mallet putter, and certainly makes it when he putts good, as Tiger said, when he putts good, nobody can beat him. And I think it's you add all that into the things that made Tiger and probably Jack great were just their competitive spirit and the way they play golf courses. It's actually all three of those guys play pretty boring golf. They hit the ball, work to the middle of the greens. They don't try to. And by 4 rounds, when you're that good over 4 rounds, there's only going to be a handful of players left to beat, and that's just how they do it.
Talk about the difference in a year. Scottie Scheffler a year ago in the PGA, remember, got arrested before the second round of that
That's exactly right. It's interesting that after Rory won the Masters, everybody was talking about he could win the Grand Slam this year, right?
Right.
Now all of a sudden, Scottie wins the PGA. Well, if Scottie wins the U.S. Open and the British Open, he could have three legs of the Grand Slam, do kind of like the Tiger Slam, but he'd also get the career Grand Slam. So it's great for golf that these two guys are going. So anyway,
I just came back from Northern Ireland. Of course, their hero there was Rory McIlroy. They were wondering
you bet
what happened to Rory. He wins the Masters and then struggles at the PGA.
Maybe a little hangover, right? Maybe just a little letdown from that. I think the fact that he was trying so hard. The Masters was his deal. I think it won't be take him too long. I think he'll be amped up for the U.S. Open. It'd be great for golf if Rory and Scottie could win these next two majors and go head to head a couple times. It'd be a lot of fun.
Now let's talk about the big news. The PGA Championship will come back to Tulsa, Oklahoma Country Club 2032. And again, congratulations to you
thank you.
Your whole group there at Southern Hills worked so hard to get that. What was involved in the process of getting the PGA to return to Southern Hills?
Well, I mean, as you know, there's a lot of clubs that would like to host the PGA Championship, and we have great relationship. We actually have a great relationship with both the PGA of America as well as the USGA. And in evident, we hosted the women's USAM last year. We've hosted a number of their national championships over the years. The event in 22 was very successful. It was done on short order, as you know, when they took it from Trump Bedminster and 15, 16 months out for us to pull off one of the most successful PGA championships in every way you would rate a PGA championship. I think that helped a lot. We have our membership that's involved with our tournament and tradition committee. Those gentlemen and the leadership at the club with the board of governors and we keep those relationships healthy and championship golf is part of the club's DNA. Historically we basically have one once a decade if you look at it that way. And I think it's a great sound every decade in some of the events that we host. But the impact that it has on our city is in our community is incredible. Is worth it. Of course, I'm not the one that has to sacrifice the course like they do. So it's easy for me to say. But when you see the impact of what it does in Tulsa, and we're all very patriotic towards our hometown and all that. But and it's a much cooler town. When versus 07 versus 22, and it will be in 32 as well. There's just more to do. The downtown area is so vibrant and great vitality, and it's a cool town to show off. And people that come here, they're blown away by not just Southern Hills but the city.
Also, great pride in the fact that now Southern Hills Country Club will be the host for the PGA Championship more than any other golf course in the country. A record 6 PGA Championship coming in 2032. The 22 one we mentioned. Just checking the figures, Tulsa estimated it had an economic impact of between $100 and $150 million on the community.
Yeah. I think I was told 156 million is what they said. That's crazy. Yeah, it's really neat. Really
you got quite a run in your PGA career too. I was looking back, and you're from quite a golfing family. Out of that, all you guys are Sooners.
No, that's true. That's true. Our dad, Jerry, was a longtime professional at Hillcrest in Bartlesville, another Perry Maxwell golf course that we were lucky enough to grow up playing and working out there for Dad. And I played. My brothers and I all three played at OU. I'm the oldest, and then I'm in this side of the business. My brother Craig works for Ping. He lives in Kansas City, and then my youngest brother Chance used to work for Ping. Lives in Phoenix, but he executive director of the Thunderbirds, the guys that run the Waste Management Phoenix Open. So we're all in golf and fortunate to grow up with great parents. Our mom still lives in Bartlesville, and house we grew up in, and she was the real, the real star of the family, not us.
And I was amazed your dad's career, Jerry. 41 years, head
Yeah,
professional at Bartlesville, and the 1985 National PGA America Golf Professional of the Year.
that's true. That's true. He was a consummate golf professional and pros pro. Just he did everything great, and very thankful. I wish he was still here. There's not a day that goes by I don't have something I'd love to share with him or ask him an opinion or get his advice on something.
I heard you first came to Southern Hills, 1977. I was a broadcaster. KTUL covered that U.S.
That's
Open.
right. Yeah, I remember you on
time.
KTUL. That's exactly
That's right.
Yeah.
Your first time on the course, and now you're running the course
Yeah,
of golf in Southern Hills.
Yeah, I was 8 years old, came to the U.S. Open. It was my first major sporting event of any kind, and so I remember it like it was yesterday. Just it was parking on what's now the West Nine and coming over and seeing all the stars of the day, Jack Nicklaus and Arnold Palmer and Lee Trevino and all those guys. It was quite a way to get introduced to Southern Hills.
Well, Cary Cozby, congratulations again on
Thank you.
back to Southern Hills, 2032. If my math is correct, that would be 7 years from now, and to be
That's
PGA
right.
number what was it 116, I believe, right?
I think that's right.
Nine.
Yeah, it was crazy that 7 years from now, but to be here before we know it, and be fun to see who's running the game at that point. Scottie Scheffler he'd still be a young man at that point.
Cary Cozby, Director of Golf at Southern Hills, is joining us on Oklahoma Sportscene. We'll right back with Randy Moss to wrap up the 150th Preakness Stakes after this break.
Indoor football is back, Tulsa, and season tickets are going quick. Don't miss Saturday night entertainment starting as low as $9 a month. The Tulsa Oilers indoor football team kicks off again in March, Saturday nights, 7 p.m. BOK Center. Season tickets are on sale now. Go to TulsaOilersFootball.com. That's TulsaOilersFootball.com. Get your season tickets now. Don't miss your chance to experience the fast-paced, helmet-hitting, pad-popping excitement of professional indoor football. TulsaOilersFootball.com.
Founded in 1960, Ed Bashira's Formal Wear and Fine Clothing has been dressing gentlemen for over half a century. We are family-owned and operated, offering premium brand tuxedos and accessories in our Tulsa store on South Harvard. Bashira's also does made-to-measure suits, sports coats, dress shirts, and slacks, and a top line of sportswear. We do tailoring on-site to assure the perfect fit so you will look your very best for that special occasion. Ed Bashira's Formal Wear and Fine Clothing, an Oklahoma tradition.
Pitch, Casey lines it down the left field line. Drillers win!
Baseball, fireworks, food, and family, it's all in Tulsa at One Oak Field. Score your Drillers season membership today with plans and prices fit for every fan. Whether you want to catch every game or select nights, we know you will have a great time at the ballpark. We're proud to offer a variety of membership options, so don't wait. Contact a Drillers rep who will personally help you find the right plan for you. It's all in Drillville for 2025.
The Wee Street Ice Center, the coolest place in town, is the only place you can skate like the pros. With 2 rinks, there's always time to strap on the blades and hit the ice. The Wee Street Ice Center at 43rd and Yale is your family fun destination. Try out the game simulator rooms or hit the arcade. When you get hungry, grab a bite at Puck's Sports Bar and Grill with delicious food, great drink specials, and more. It's Midtown Tulsa's coolest entertainment center. Wee Street Ice Center, the coolest place in town. Come get your skate on.
The second jewel of Third Racing's Triple Crown, the Preakness Stakes, run this past Saturday in Baltimore, Maryland, Old Pimlico. That will be the last Preakness run in Old Pimlico for a couple of years. They're tearing down the grandstand and the barn area, much needed. They're racing at Laurel, Maryland for the next 2 years. No chance at a Triple Crown this year. Kentucky Derby winner Connections decided to pass on the Preakness, wait for the Belmont Stakes. Sovereignty would not run until that June 7th race. But there was no lack of drama in the Preakness as Kentucky Derby runner-up number 2 Journalism fought his way to the finish. Here's what NBC Sports' Randy Moss had to say about that finish.
What a way for Old Pimlico to go out, right? I mean, what a compelling race that was. Journalism showed a tremendous amount of courage to go through really what was pretty much a non-existent opening at the top of the stretch. And then the will to win, to run down Gosker, who looked like he was home free. He was 5 lengths in front at the 8th pole. or thereabouts. And somehow, some way, journalism was still able to run him down.
A half-length winner. Journalism, you'll see in the red cap, red diamonds on white, and the star on his forehead there. But boy, they was doing some battling there in that final stretch to get to the Preakness wire.
Yeah, and the question, Chris, and this is really being debated as we speak within the horse racing industry. I mean, Umberto Rispoli, a fine young man, a very talented jockey, had a reputation going into the Triple Crown this year as a rider who was very aggressive, who would sometimes straddle that line between, what's considered to be acceptably aggressive and what may be slightly over the line. And there are some people within the industry right now who feel like that there was no opening there and that Rispoli put his horse and maybe some other horses in unnecessary jeopardy by trying to force his way through an opening. Then there are just as many others, I think, Chris, who believe that there was a slight hole there and that Flavien Prat came over a little bit and tried to crowd Rispoli, and Rispoli was just holding his ground and trying to fight his way through with journalism. So it's quite the debate going on right now within the industry. But there is absolutely no debate about the courage of journalism. Not many horses, I think, would respond the way he responded after that sort of adversity. It's almost like, and you see this occasionally in horse racing, it's almost like it made him mad. And it even got him more fired up, right? That he was being bounced around like that. And then, he certainly sealed the deal at the end.
Well, you brought back some old racing history on your NBC telecast. My gosh, the fighting finish at Broker's Tip, 1933 was it, Randy?
Yeah, Broker's Tip in head play. Don Meade and Herb Fisher battling it out. That was before the video patrol that the stewards had, right?
Ah.
That was way back in the day, when the stewards couldn't watch video and they had to rely on their own eyes, and the patrol judges who were stationed at various points around the racetrack that would report back to the stewards. And they left it as is with no disqualification. And you see video now, Chris, and it's just unbelievable, the jostling that was going on between those two guys. I don't think this quite rose to the level of that, because that went all the way to the wire. This one was, over in the blink of an eye, maybe within about 7 or 8 seconds. And then journalism got through. It also reminded me a lot, and I pointed this out as well, in a different way, of the sort of courage that a Fleet Alex demonstrated when he won the Preakness in 2005. And Scrappy T and Ramon Dominguez ducked out abruptly into the path of a Fleet Alex at the quarter pole. Fleet Alex stumbled, went to his knees, almost went down with Jeremy Rose. Somehow he just came up underneath Rose and went on to win very impressively. I mean, both the Fleet Alex and journalism showed an amazing amount of courage, I thought.
All my years of covering Triple Crown races, Randy, I guess the one I go back to is my first Kentucky Derby, 1987, Ali Sheba. Remember that stumble in the stretch there, and he pulled himself up and got to the wire first.
Yeah, that's another one. That one was it was over so quickly that I don't think it probably got the attention it deserved, right? I mean, it was just you almost had to go watch the video and really pay close attention, and you see the stumble, and then he's just right back up again and never seemed to miss a beat, right? But yeah, that you and I have seen some pretty compelling Triple Crown. We don't go back as far as Broker's Tip and head play in 1933, but we've seen some pretty remarkable performances in the Triple Crown.
Well, for trainer Mike McCarthy of journalism and ownership connections there, was that kind of a way to bounce back from a disappointing second finish in the Kentucky Derby as the favorite there, and now sets up looks like a rubber match, best of three. Sovereignty is supposed to come back in the Belmont, I believe, in 3 weeks.
Yeah, if it happens, it would be tremendous. It's unfortunate, obviously. It's really unfortunate, especially now in hindsight, that we didn't have Sovereignty in the Preakness Stakes to see what he could have done. I mean, wouldn't that have been something if it was journalism after all that? trying to chase down Gosger and Sovereignty. I would have loved to have seen what would have transpired there. And even Baeza, who ran so well in the Kentucky Derby, and he skipped the Preakness as well. So maybe the outcome would have been a little different in this Preakness if the competition had been, a little tougher than what journalism had to run down in Gosger. But now the Belmont Stakes, and we'll see if journalism does go on to the Belmont. I'll be perfectly honest. If it were my horse, I wouldn't run him.
Yeah.
He had a really tough race in the Santa Anita Derby and overcame some trouble. He ran an unbelievable race in the most stressful race that any 3-year-old ever has to face in the Kentucky Derby. And then he comes back 2 weeks later, and this happens to him in the Preakness, and he manages to win anyway. To me, my way of thinking, bringing him back now for another race 3 weeks later, the third time in 5 weeks, is asking an awful lot of the horse. But Michael McCarthy knows his horse well, and we'll see how Michael believes that the horse has bounced back.
I know you guys had an interesting discussion during your NBC telecast, and it's been discussed for years and years, Randy. Let's change the Triple Crown. It's too much to ask, the Kentucky Derby, 1 week later the Preakness, and 3 weeks. The Triple Crown races in a 5-week period. Let's stretch it out. Let's get better fields. All the traditionals say, no, take away from the Triple Crown. Your thoughts again?
Oh, my thoughts are, and I've been on the record for, honestly, Chris, I Googled myself the other day just out of curiosity, and I went back to see if I could find the first time that I really wrote or talked about this. And it was in a column on ESPN.com back when we were together working for ESPN.
Right.
And it was 17 years ago. So that's how long I've been beating the drum about this and about how trends were changing, times were changing, and it's only gotten even worse since then, as you see now with the Kentucky Derby winner Sovereignty skipping the Preakness. I thought on our telecast, Bobby Flay, the celebrity chef, gave a pretty impassioned explanation during an interview, completely unsolicited, by the way, for why he thinks it's adamant that the Triple Crown spacing be changed. It's just the point that I made just a second ago. As good as this Preakness was with what journalism overcame and all the drama, imagine what it would have been if you had Sovereignty as well as Baeza and even Final Gambit, the 4th place finisher in the Kentucky Derby, all coming back. That's the way it's supposed to be. That's what the Triple Crown, that's what has made the Triple Crown what it is today. All those years, 7 times in the 1960s, 7 times in the 1970s. The 1, 2, 3 finishers of the Derby all came back and ran in the Preakness. The rivalries are established in the Derby, and it captures the public imagination, and then those horses all come back and mix it up again in the Preakness and oftentimes the Belmont. We're not getting that anymore.
Yeah.
And it's really it's cheapening the Triple Crown, and it's something that can easily be changed with the spacing. And if it was any other sport, Chris, it would have been done a long time ago. If it was NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball with the commissioner looking after the best interests of the sport, it would have already been done. The New York Racing Association is the one that's standing in the way. And hopefully NYRA, now that they can't get the possibility of a Triple Crown with Sovereignty skipping the Preakness, will sort of revise their thinking a little bit there.
Well, let's hope at least we get a rubber match of Sovereignty and journalism in the 3 weeks at the Belmont Stakes. And Randy, look forward to talking to you and getting a preview of that next couple of weeks here. But again, as always, thanks for joining us, and have a little time off here.
All right, Chris. Hey, thanks. Take care.
We'll be right back with more on Oklahoma Sports Scene after we take this commercial break.
Winning racing action is back this spring at Remington Park. The top horses in quarter horse paint and Appaloosa racing are featured throughout the month of May at Remington Park. Saturday, May 31st is the final night of the season. It's Champions Night, led by Oklahoma's richest race, the $1 million Heritage Place Futurity. The Remington Park Racing Week is Thursday through Sunday. First race 6 p.m. nightly, Sunday racing at 4 p.m. Champions Night on May 31st begins at 5 p.m. The best racing, simulcast racing, and nonstop jackpot casino action is at Remington Park.
Founded in 1960, Ed Bashira's formal wear and fine clothing has been dressing gentlemen for over half a century. We are family owned and operated, offering premium brand tuxedos and accessories in our Tulsa store on South Harvard. Bashira's also does made-to-measure suits, sports coats, dress shirts, and slacks, and a top line of sportswear. We do tailoring on site to assure the perfect fit so you will look your very best for that special occasion. Ed Bashira's formal wear and fine clothing, an Oklahoma tradition.
It's time to get fired up, Tulsa. Your Tulsa Oilers indoor football team is back. Friday night, May 30th, 7:05 at the BOK Center. Let's pack the house. Don't miss the action when the Oilers roll over the Quad City Steamwheelers. It's Military Appreciation Night, and the first 1,000 fans get a free t-shirt. This is your chance to experience the lightning-fast, hard-hitting, pap-popping excitement of professional indoor football. Get your tickets now at TulsaOilersFootball.com. That's TulsaOilersFootball.com.
And joined now on Oklahoma Sports Scene by Justin Gorski. He's the Assistant General Manager and also the Executive Vice President of Marketing for the Tulsa Drillers. And got a couple homestands winding up here. Let's talk about how the Drillers are bouncing back almost at 500. They got some good promotions to wind things up this weekend.
Yeah, Chris, we just came off a great week there. We had the Northwest Arkansas Naturals in town. We took 4 out of 6 from them with a 4-game winning streak. So we're almost back to 500 now. Our guys are playing great. We're getting healthy. And really looking forward to this week. We got a lot of fun things happening here.
Always good baseball with the Springfield Cardinals coming to town. Tell us about some of the features you have coming up. We taped this show, of course, Monday. We air it Wednesday and then Friday as well. But big weekend plans.
Yeah, a lot going into this Memorial Day weekend here. So we started off, tomorrow night, Thursday night, we're actually doing our Military Appreciation Night. So the first 1,000 fans will get this camel hat right here, courtesy of our friends over at Eagle Ops. And we're encouraging any military members, if they've served or are currently serving, bring their military IDs down to the ballpark. And we're going to give you 2 free tickets to come to the game.
Great.
So come on out, enjoy the game for free. It's a Thirsty Thursday. We got $3 beers, $3 sodas. It's going to be a blast, and that's going to kick off the weekend there. Then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we're having 3 huge fireworks shows, Chris. So we're ramping up for the weekend there. So back-to-back fireworks. It's our fireworks extravaganzas for the Memorial Day weekend. So we're really, really excited about it. I think actually the last time I was on with you, Chris, we were talking about this black Drillers hoodie that we were trying to give away.
Right.
And we got rained out for the 2nd time. So we are trying for the 3rd time to give this away, and that'll be on Saturday night. So really, really excited about that. Get there early. The first 2,000 fans will get one of these hoodies there. So get there early on Saturday night and enjoy a fireworks show after the game there.
I was going to ask you, Justin, about how weather, this tough spring weather-wise, how much havoc has it played with the Drillers' schedule?
Yeah, it's been tough. We're very close with the meteorologist. They're getting to know us very, very well. A lot of back and forth, but you know what? The field has been great. We've actually got a lot of the games in, even with the crummy weather that we've had around here. So our team is working hard. Gary and the grounds crew are working hard. So when we have great weather, the fans are coming out and we're enjoying it. We just came off that great weekend there, like we said, and we're really looking forward to some nice weather leading into this holiday weekend.
Dan, what's ahead for the Drillers? I'm going to hit the road then, and what's our next homestand coming up?
Yeah, we head on the road after that for a week, and then we come back June 3rd through the 8th with some great promotions that are happening there. It's our annual Mickey Mantle night where we'll be giving away the rings there. We got back-to-back fireworks shows, a lot of exciting things. We encourage all of our fans and everyone to go to TulsaDrillers.com. Chris, fans can get in the ballpark for as little as $10, and I think it's very important to us, and that's all in. That's fees, that's tax, that's everything, all in for $10, and it's very important for us to keep it very cheap and reasonable for our fans and families to come out and enjoy a great night at the ballpark.
I don't know if you'll realize the age on One Oak Field. It sure doesn't look like it, though. What a great ballpark.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's 16 years. This is my 16th season with the team, and I came in as an intern, and it's tough to believe. And we've seen downtown and the Greenwood District and all the things around us really flourish and it's so fun to see people walking around all day. This last weekend, they had the Black Wall Street Biker Rally going on. There was thousands and thousands of people around downtown all weekend. We had so much fun. It's great to be a small part of that happening down here.
And great for the Drillers to be involved with one of the great franchises in all of Major League Baseball, the Los Angeles Dodgers, having a good time in the NL West.
Yes, absolutely. The Dodgers just keep rolling, man, and it's fun to see those guys come through. Dalton Rushing, who was the Dodgers' #1 prospect, started the season with us last year, just made his major league debut this last weekend, and so he's up with the big league squad now in Los Angeles and doing a great job. So see the stars today that are going to be on the biggest scale and win a World Series with those Los Angeles Dodgers there. So like I said, get here for $10, enjoy it, see these guys, take pictures, get some autographs. It's the closest you're going to be. So we want to encourage people to come out.
All right, Justin, thanks for joining us. Look forward to some great baseball at One Oak Field. Glad to see the Drillers got things on the winning track here. Looking forward to the great finish of the season here. Thanks again, buddy. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks so much, Chris. Appreciate it.
Okay, we'll take this break. Be right back.
Winning racing action is back this spring at Remington Park. The top horses in quarter horse paint and Appaloosa racing are featured throughout the month of May at Remington Park. Saturday, May 31st is the final night of the season. It's Champions Night, led by Oklahoma's richest race, the $1 million Heritage Place Futurity. The Remington Park Racing Week is Thursday through Sunday. First race 6 p.m. nightly, Sunday racing at 4 p.m. Champions Night on May 31st begins at 5 p.m. The best racing, simulcast racing, and nonstop jackpot casino action is at Remington Park.
Our story. It lives in Tulsa, where the spirit of the past lives alongside us and urges us on toward a vibrant future. Because our story is still being written. It's the story of Tulsa, told by the journalists who live it and love it. Whether it's covering our rich history, bringing you the hidden gems of the food scene, or following the action in local sports. And here, in the Tulsa world, is where it comes to life.
Founded in 1960, Ed Bashira's formal wear and fine clothing has been dressing gentlemen for over half a century. We are family-owned and operated, offering premium brand tuxedos and accessories at our Tulsa store on South Harvard. Bashira's also does made-to-measure suits, sports coats, dress shirts, and slacks, and a top line of sportswear. We do tailoring on-site to assure the perfect fit so you will look your very best for that special occasion. Ed Bashira's formal wear and fine clothing, an Oklahoma tradition.
The Tulsa Whalers are fresh off another playoff season. Don't let the ice cool down. Get your season tickets now for next year and save big. Season tickets start as low as $19 per month. Get your tickets at TulsaWhalers.com. That's TulsaWhalers.com. Experience hard-hitting, glove-dropping, pulse-pounding, glass-rattling kind of thrill. Season tickets are available now starting at only $19 per month. TulsaWhalers.com. This is your town, your team, your Tulsa Whalers hockey.
Some younger horsemen have been making names for themselves this spring season at Remington Park, among them Marla Vargas. Already she has saddled 3 winners, and she's hoping for bigger victories before the meet wraps up at the end of May. Richard Linehan has more.
In the nearly 40 years of racing at Remington Park, it is unlikely this ever happened in the track's history until this race meet. It's difficult to research records like this, but it had to be a first. On March 23rd, 19-year-old trainer Marla Vargas put 18-year-old jockey Aram Martinez on Jess' hips in a maiden race, and they won together. 2 teenagers bringing home a winner had track historians scratching and shaking their heads.
It's not your typical average jockey trainer duo that young, so we both tried our best. He does his part of his job, I do my part. It's a team, it's always a teamwork, and we just try our best. The results there, they show it.
Vargas was around horses ever since she was a toddler, and her dad got her one for a present when she was 16. Since then, she has been bitten by the bug and decided to make it her vocation. Vargas even knew it when she was a freshman in her high school in Texas.
Remember, I had an assignment to do, and it was about that you had to write down what you wanted for your career and stuff, and I wrote down just graduate as soon as I turn 18, get my trainer's license, and there, I wrote it, is what happened.
One of the hard parts of being a 19-year-old trainer is that you have to convince people older than you to work for you in your barn.
I feel like the oldest one right now is maybe 35, and it's just, he's like, there's no way, I'm working for you, you're literally 19 years old, you can be my daughter, but they get used to it.
Vargas has had a respectable record this meet, winning with 3 of her first 17 quarter horse starters and 9 of 66 lifetime. Now she would like to get that first stakes win under her belt. She is hoping it comes in the Juno's request this month with a horse named Corona Relentless. Vargas's goals are lofty, the All-American Futurity, but for now, she just hopes she wins tons of races like her idol here, Stacy Charette Hill.
She was my biggest idol. I mean, I love what she did. I saw she was such a hard worker. I mean, and being a female in this industry is not quite their typical thing. And I mean, I would see how she would just outrun them other trainers, and and it was just, I really looked up to her and stuff. And now, like, being able to race like in the same environment as them is just crazy to me.
Remington Park now has just 2 weeks of racing left this spring. Action goes Thursday through Sunday, May 22nd through the 25th, with the first race nightly at 6 p.m., then Sunday racing at 4 p.m. Do not forget the grand finale of racing this season, Saturday, May 31st. That is Champions Night. It starts at 5 p.m. It's a full card of nothing but big money stakes racing, led by the richest race in Oklahoma, the $1.1 million Heritage Place Futurity. Champions Night, Saturday, May 31st. At Remington Park in Oklahoma City, I'm Dale Day. Now back to Sportscene.
Thanks, Dale. We'll be back to wrap things up after this final break.
Winning racing action is back this spring at Remington Park. The top horses in quarter horse paint and Appaloosa racing are featured throughout the month of May at Remington Park. Saturday, May 31st is the final night of the season. It's Champions Night, led by Oklahoma's richest race, the $1 million Heritage Place Futurity. The Remington Park Racing Week is Thursday through Sunday. First race 6 p.m. nightly, Sunday racing at 4 p.m. Champions Night on May 31st begins at 5 p.m. The best racing, simulcast racing, and non-stop jackpot casino action is at Remington Park.
Pitch, Casey lines it down the left field line. Drillers win!
Baseball, fireworks, food, and family, it's all in Tulsa at One Oak Field. Score your Drillers season membership today with plans and prices fit for every fan. Whether you want to catch every game or select nights, we know you will have a great time at the ballpark. We're proud to offer a variety of membership options, so don't wait. Contact a Drillers rep who will personally help you find the right plan for you. It's all in Drillville for 2025.
The Oklahoma Sports Hall of Fame, home of the Paycom Jim Thorpe Award, is a treasure trove of memorabilia honoring Oklahoma sports legends. For museum hours or to schedule a tour, go to oklahomasportshalloffame.org.
The Wee Street Ice Center, the coolest place in town, is the only place you can skate like the pros. With 2 rinks, there's always time to strap on the blades and hit the ice. The Wee Street Ice Center at 43rd and Yale is your family fun destination. Try out the game simulator rooms or hit the arcade. When you get hungry, grab a bite at Puck's Sports Bar and Grill with delicious food, great drink specials, and more. It's Midtown Tulsa's coolest entertainment center. Wee Street Ice Center, the coolest place in town. Come get your skate on.
Our story, it lives in Tulsa, where the spirit of the past lives alongside us and urges us on toward a vibrant future. Because our story is still being written. It's the story of Tulsa, told by the journalists who live it and love it. Whether it's covering our rich history, bringing you the hidden gems of the food scene, or following the action in local sports. And here, in the Tulsa world, is where it comes to life.
My wife, Becky, and I just returned from leading a group of 24 folks on a holiday vacation tour of Scotland and Northern Ireland. We wrap things up at an Irish pub, as you might expect, with this final toast. May we get what we want. May we get what we need, but we never get what we deserve. As the Irish say in their Gaelic language, Shlansa, meaning good health and cheers. We'll be back next week. Till then, as we always remind you, be a good sport.